Hi there, and welcome to another episode of Fit Vegans Rock. This is Shawnee Collins Woods. Today I'm going to show you how I make vegan meatballs. I'm using the Impossible patties. You can pick these up from your local grocery store. I bought 3 bags from Walmart. Before this recipe, I'm using 2. As you can see, to get started, I just sprayed my pan with an olive oil. Well, that's vegetable oil spray. And I'm just simply placing those unthawed plant-based patties into a pan or some type of mixing bowl. So use whatever you want to use. I hope you've been having a wonderful November. I apologize for not posting videos, just I've been so busy with work, and I'm sure you've been busy as well. So as you can see, I'm on to that second bag, and basically what I'm going to do next is just season these patties. And so you can again get those patties from Walmart. And I go with my typical seasonings, which will be onion powder. I'm using some minced onion there. You'll also see me use some salt-free seasoning. You can pick that up from Dollar Tree. Next, I come in with, again, more onion powder. That's onion powder. Again, minced onions because I ran out of earlier. So onion flakes or minced onion. I'm also using garlic powder. That's more onion powder, but I also use garlic powder. That's a Kroger brand. And basically I just go in and massage the plant-based patties, make those all into one. And I would encourage you to get those that are in the bag, because if you try to buy those individual packets, it can be really expensive. So again, I wash my hands, cleaning up a little bit, and I'm going back through to re-add those seasonings, because what you want is, since you are making these handmade, hand rolled, you want to make sure that that seasoning permeates the entire plant-based patty or the meatballs. You don't want your meatballs to be bland. So go back through, add those same seasonings, and if you've been watching my channel and following, I don't use a lot of salt in my food. It's up to you. You can add a little bit of Himalayan pink salt, but really you don't need it. That salt-free seasoning that I encourage you to get from Dollar Tree really is good, flavorful, has pepper, so it really brings out a robust flavor. So next, you just kind of basically spray down a tablespoon, get your plate to the side, and hand roll those meatballs. So as you can see, I'm just continuing to roll those meatballs until I actually finish the entire pan. And you can pause if you need to, wash your hands, refresh, get gloves, whatever you choose to do. This was just a meal for myself and my husband Timothy, because we didn't want a whole lot of holiday Thanksgiving food, but we did want something to eat on later in the evening. So I said, Tim, what can I make? I'm not feeling my best. I'm feeling a little nauseous. I worked out earlier in the morning, but I wasn't feeling my best on Thanksgiving. And so I just said, let me make some meatballs. And I had not seen that the Impossible meatballs in Walmart until actually I had made this video. So you'll be receiving 2 videos this weekend, one where I make them handmade, but also one where I'm showing you how to do them with the Impossible meatballs, which I see are now available. They have not been available in my area, but I was able to find some in Nashville over the weekend. So as you can see, I'm just continuing to roll those, roll them into meat formation. And it's really a simple process. It's not very complicated to make those meatballs, and we all love them. You eat them for the holidays, Super Bowl parties, and you don't necessarily have to have a lot of meat. So you can see I have a big plate full right there. That's over 50 meatballs. And so next I'm going to bring a pan to the side, and essentially I'm going to spray that pan down with a little vegetable spray. And then I'm going to transfer the meatballs. And what you don't want is you don't want to overcrowd your pan. So make sure that you leave enough space. And then as you go through, you'll see and continue to watch, I add a little bit of water. Don't add too much water, but you want to make sure that these meatballs steam. And so that they get, the robust flavors are coming through, but you don't want them to be dry. You want them to have a moist flavor, so that when you add that barbecue sauce and you're biting into it, it's a really good flavor for you. So I'm adding those to the pan. As you can see, I'm going to come through with just a little bit of water, not a full cup, just a little bit to kind of let those meatballs steam once you put them in the oven. So I preheated my oven to 350 and I popped those in. And then I just used an old baking sheet. You can use a nonstick pan of your choice or put some aluminum foil, however you want to do it. Again, this was just quick and easy for me. So I just put some foil on the old pan that I had, and I'm just placing those meatballs out, and they'll go right in the oven at 350. And I put those in for about 25 to 30 minutes. It depends on the temperature of your oven, so make sure you're kind of staying close and watching, because I will tell you this, plant-based food does have a tendency to burn quickly, so you really have to watch it. If you put some in the air fryer, you really have to watch it, because it will just burn really quickly. So I was very close, and I didn't add any water to this pan, but you can if you choose. The plant-based meat is going to formulate its own juices, and so you will see some of those in the pan if you're preparing these for a holiday gathering. So again, I go back and just place those meatballs, line those in a little organized way, and I think I had about almost 40 plus on that particular platter, and I'm just going back in to line them. And essentially that's it. You pop those in the oven for 25 to 30 minutes. Again, watch your meat closely, because it does have a tendency to burn quickly. Pop those in the oven, and as you'll see what's coming up next, I go back in at about 15-20 minutes, and those meatballs have cooked through, and I'm basting those. So just put that juice in that water, just spread those over the meatballs. I'm using Sweet Baby Ray's as the sauce. I love it. Check out your favorite vegan sauce, and essentially what you're going to do is heat that in the microwave once your meatballs are ready. Again, I go back through, baste those meatballs with that water, and it's made its own juices. As you can see, the pan won't have as much juice, but the cooking sheet won't have as much juice, but this pan does. So again, you can probably put these in a larger bowl. I just kind of put these together, but essentially you just pour that heated up barbecue sauce over the meatballs. And if you want your sauce to be a little bit more diluted, add a little bit of water, warm water, pop it back in the microwave and pour it. And so essentially that's how you can prepare plant-based meatballs. And you can see I have them plated up for you. I was making some for myself and my husband Timothy. That's how they turned out. They were absolutely delicious. They were handmade, hand rolled, and I found out that Impossible does actually sell the meatballs. But thank you again for watching this video. Please subscribe and share. I appreciate you, and until the next time, be safe and happy holidays.